This is Courtney Gadd,
This is Matt King,
and you're listening to
the Bulldog Broadcast.
RES Edition.
Welcome back to the Bulldog Broadcast. Today we are talking to your favorite third grade teachers about what every parent should know about third grade. Whether you're new to this grade level or returning with another child, this year is packed with exciting growth, big milestones, and a few important changes. Let's jump right in first by introducing the third grade team. I'm Ann Andrews. This is my first year at Rossville Elementary, but this is my 28th year teaching.
My name is Courtney Street. This is my 5th year teaching and my first year at Rossville.
My name is Kaylee Gomez, and this is my first year teaching in third grade and first year at Rossville Elementary. My name is Lacey Richardson. This is my first year teaching and my first year at Rossville Elementary.
My name is Allison Kaiser, and this is my 22nd year of teaching, and all 22 years have been at Rossville. And we're also missing one of our teammates today, Brooke Thomason. This year in third grade, we've had a great opportunity to performance group our students for reading and math. This is giving students the right level of challenge. Students learn best when work isn't too easy or too hard, so we've been able to group the students and allow us as the teachers to match our task to their readiness levels. This helps us provide targeted instruction so teachers can focus on specific skills with the students who need it the most. A big reason for this is it helps build students' confidence. Students can feel successful, and this strengthens their participation in class and their willingness to take those academic risks. Research is showing that students often make quicker gains when instruction is tailored to what they are ready for. And this is allowing us to extend that learning also for those advanced students and be offered more deeper, more complex tasks so they're engaged and growing. These groups are flexible. Students are able to move groups as they grow. We don't use labels necessarily. They're called skill-based groups. All students feel valued and receive rich, meaningful work. And then in the afternoons in homeroom for writing, science, and social studies, they're able to collaborate with mixed ability peers.
This third grade year is a big transition year for these kids. They're going from primary into the elementary ages, and it's a big shift learning-wise. They're learning to read rather than reading to learn. They're using those new learning to read skills across all subjects like science, social studies, and math. And independence is one of the most important things that we're building in the students. They begin managing their own assignments. They're keeping track of materials by carrying their bags back and forth to different classes. They learn how to organize their work, or they're still working on learning how to organize their work. They're taking responsibility for the things that they're taking from home and back to school. They still need a lot of guidance, and sometimes they still need a lot of help, but this is the year where they're learning and building those lifelong habits.
Right along with all of those things that students are working on becoming more independent at, math is also getting more complex in third grade. So we've started to do more with multiplication and division. So we're working on mastering that. We've also been working on multi-step problem solving. So things that aren't just a cut and dry one problem to be finished. Then we're also going to be working on later in the year understanding area, perimeter, fractions, and number patterns. We've kind of hit on the number patterns a little bit, but the rest of those are going to come a little bit later. The most important thing that we're seeing right now is that students need some help with their fact fluency. So that's mastering all of those addition and subtraction facts. And now we've moved on to multiplication. So if you're looking for something useful to spend their time on at home, learning those multiplication facts is a great thing to do.
Along with math getting more complex, reading has also gotten more complex for third grade. So with the standards changing from second to third, it's taken away a lot of the teacher guidance and support, and it's pushing the students to work more independently. Students will be working on longer chapter books. Many of the books that we are reading in class during our instruction time, they take a couple of days for them to finish. We're also encouraging them when they go to the library to grab chapter books as well to take these home and build their stamina. We are working on higher level comprehension skills like inferencing, summarizing, and another big one is theme. And then we are responding to reading and writing. This is crucial to them because this is something that they will have to build on every year, and it's an important skill for them to learn to take with them throughout the rest of their academic career. Reading every night makes a huge difference with these kids, especially building their stamina and helping them become lifelong learners.
Not only that, but writing also becomes more structured. Students learn to write different writing pieces, one of them being an opinion, trying to state, just their opinion on any certain topic that we talked about in class. Also, informational text informing, whoever reads their stories about a certain topic that they're most interested about, as well as writing narratives with super strong details. All of these writing pieces that we do in class come with lots of steps. Most of them doing, revising, editing their writing, and also doing their final draft, which we call it our publishing work. And that is something that they would work more in depth as they go higher in their grade level. Outside of academics, they're also developing their social emotional skills. So these are things like managing their frustrations, working with partners and groups, building empathy, and problem solving with their peers. All of these things are really important to their success because we do a lot of partner work and we're reaching a level of maturity where they have to learn how to self-regulate. They also are getting more into friendship dynamics, which means that they are getting these friend groups that they're very similar to the other children. They play with the same people typically. They're learning how to be nice to each other even if they don't agree. They're learning how to support other people's opinions even if they're not the same as their own. So these are things that we can also work on at home, maybe talk about these things a little more often. Also, we've been using lots of technology as we move up. Technology skills are super important. They become more important as they get older. Students learn, typing basics, research skills, digital responsibilities, and learning how to complete assignments online.
In third grade, this is the year that testing begins to matter. So this is when we have our big state tests at the end of the year. But we are taking our time all year prepping our students so that they feel successful after they complete the test and they are confident going into it. At this point in the year, we have already taken 2 MAP benchmarks. This assessment assesses students' growth, and Georgia Milestones assesses students on third grade standards. So we're using our MAP benchmark to see any struggling areas where we can focus on and get our students ready for Georgia Milestones at the end of the year.
Last but not least is the part that parents play as a third grade parent. I mean, parents play a huge role across any grade level, but in third grade, it is also as important. The best support includes an established and consistent nighttime routine. We don't give a lot of homework in third grade, but we do encourage the kids to do their math facts and to be reading at least 20 minutes a night. Also, reading together, even if the parent is reading to the child, it is a great routine for them to get into where they're just listening to good reading. Encouragement with conversations that happen at school, and not just questions that have a yes or no answer, but questions that really prompt a lot of conversation. And then communicating with the teacher when questions arise. We are here on the dojo. We can take emails and phone calls. If there's any question, we would love to answer that rather than leave parents in question or feeling upset over something that's happened the day at school. And we are all in this together. We are happy to lock arms with you for these students, for their success, and for their growth as they grow into amazing fourth graders. Okay, thank you for listening to the third grade edition of the Bulldog Broadcast.
Bulldogs out.